Steeler Nation, are you ready for a bungle rant? Steeler Nation, are you ready for a bungle rant? G'day, Steeler Nation. I know it's been a busy weekend throughout the Steelers universe, and man, it's been crazy. The 2022 NFL schedule has come out, and we have the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to verse the Cincinnati Bengals in Week 1. Myself and Owen had a pretty good time on the podcast. Hopefully, you guys can check out the podcast and check out a lot of our videos over the last few days. It's been a really fun time, but we are versing the Cincinnati Bengals, and I just want to have a bit of a rant. I want to have a bit of a rant and talk about the Bengals. And I know we're all Steelers, we're all Steeler fanatics and we're all crazy about our team and how good we are. And this to me, and I want to talk about the importance of getting the win with the Steelers in Cincinnati. Now, in the podcast, if you check out the podcast, I do talk about how I think we may lose this game, go 0-1. But I want to talk about the importance, what will happen Week 1 with the Steelers going into Cincinnati. All right. First of all, we need to start off with a little bit of history and talk about, these two teams have been going hammer and tongs for so long. By the way, that's an Aussie reference, hammer and tongs, for a very long time. The Steelers lead the series 67-38, right? In the last, since 2015, I was counting. Like, I think we all were. I was counting from 2015. Steelers had 11 victories in a row. 11, right? Now you bring it back to the fact that the Bengals have beaten us, the Steelers, 3 times since 2020. We lost twice. Last year we got swept, and in 2020 they finally broke the curse and they beat us. So the recent success with the Cincinnati Bengals, or the Bungles, which is my most hated team. If you guys don't know that, out of all the teams, I can't stand them the most. The reason why I hate the Bengals the most is it comes down to Hushmanzada. He grabbed our terrible towel and cleaned his feet. They had the injury on Bell, and the crowd laughed. Like my mate Owen said in the podcast, they were throwing stuff at Big Ben while I was leaving the field. Vontez, not perfect, was a terrible, I think, ruthless, disgusting player. I didn't like the way how he played the game. I thought he was a bit of a headhunter. I didn't like that. So these kind of guys with the Bengals franchise, I just could not stand. I just can't stand them. All I want to do is see them lose every single year. Now, last year they won 3 playoff games, and it was their first time in, I think, 31 years since 1991, January 6th, I think it is, when they versed the Houston Oilers, and it was about 11,000 days plus that they hadn't won a playoff game. Now they have won 3 playoff games in a row, and they finally lost the Super Bowl, which was Super Bowl 0-3. And we're in this territory now where the Steelers, apparently the Pittsburgh Steelers are the little, to the Bengals fans and to the NFL, the Steelers are the little baby brother. So because of their recent success in their 3-game win streak, it feels like that the Bengals, we're the better team. You're going to come to our house and, we have the better culture. But I disagree with that 100%, right? Your recent success does not trump the behind me, the photo of the 6 Lombardi trophies. The Bengals have been to the playoffs like once in 30 years. They've been to the Super Bowl 3 times, and they've lost every single time. Your recent success does not trump what we have done, the Steelers organization has done. And I don't even live there. I live in Australia. So I'm this passionate about this, right? The Steelers organization has done for the city, for the world, for UK, for Mexico, for Germany, for Australia, all over, for USA. What they have done for fandom, right, is so much bigger than the Cincinnati, what they have done in the last year. So the importance of this game, guys, the importance of Week 1 is pretty high. But I think it is higher on the end being a Cincinnati Bengal fan and being the Cincinnati Bengals, because this will be the similar offseason what we saw last year with the Bills. The whole offseason from this point, when we found out that the Steelers were going to face the Bills in Week 1, from this very point now, from today's video, from today, they will be saying in the NFL, the Bengals media, all over the shop, AFC North media will be saying that the Steelers will not be able to win this game. They won't. It was the exact same recipe that happened last year in 2021 versus the Buffalo Bills, and we went into town and we took that W, right? Killebrew went in there, smacked down the ball, punt block, and we walked away 1-0. Now, from that, we did struggle. Yes, the Steelers struggled mightily, and we ended up being 9-8, and we made the playoffs and got done. We got done, done Rooski, mate. We're out of there. But what I'm saying is the importance for this game for week 1 for Cincinnati is it's important the Steelers go in there and trying to be physical. It's important the Steelers go in there and try and at least turn up to turn up and play. You have the new idea will be Trubisky at quarterback. In my opinion, I think he'll be quarterback at number 1, and I think they will settle Pickett into that role. But Trubisky will start. Najee will start, of course. Muth and our defense will start. We need to go in there, hit them hard, hit them often, be physical on that line, be physical with Cameron Hayward. Hopefully, Tuitt's back, and Aluwali will be back for sure. We have those guys. The D-line will be back. The defense will be on fire. Need to make sure that Joey Bungle, hits the ground early and often, and we need to get after it. Need to start to do turnovers, turn over the football, get a short field, and push it back in their face. Because to me, the importance of this game and the pressure, there's so much pressure right now from this very moment. From this moment, the Bengals social media, the Bengals fans are thinking, it's going to be an easy victory. It's going to be a super, super easy victory, and I can't wait to smash the Steelers, beat them 4 times in a row. But I wouldn't think so fast. I would not think so fast in that standpoint, because we know from history what happens when you put the Steelers as an underdog role. It's a 5-star matchup because we're in it, because James Farrier said that, right? And who day going to beat them Bengals? Mate, we've beaten you. We've beaten you 64 times. Let me double check. 67 times, and you've beaten us 38 times. We have the massive advantage over you. So the importance, I think, of week 1 is it's higher for the Bengals than it is us. If we do lose this game, we lose in week 1, we are expected to lose, right? We're in the camp where we are expected to lose 100%. So there should be no pressure on the Steelers defense, no pressure on the Steelers offense. It's a brand new offense with new pieces like Claypool in there, trying to re-amp his career. Pickens, Carbon Austin, Muth, Najee, Trubisky at quarterback. Brand new offense, right? However, the Bengals offense is pretty much the same. And they have all the pressure on their side. If they let Big Brother Steelers come back, old veteran Steelers come back, or bad, terrible play Steelers that we are 4th in the division, we can't win any games. If they let us win, if they can't compete with us and the Steelers go and win in week 1 and go 1-0, I'm telling you, the whole world will be shocked. But who won't be shocked will be Steelers fans, because we know our team. We know our defense has a really good chance this year. And we know our offense can also put it together. We just got to put the pieces together, and I think we have a chance. So the importance, I think, is more stressful on the Cincinnati Bengals than it is the Steelers. But guys, I can't express to you enough how much I hate them. I can't stand them. I just can't stand the way they played football. About, I think it was 10, 12 years ago during the Vontaze and the Adam Pac-Man Jones, that era, I just could not stand them. And I wish them to lose every single game. And hopefully in week 1, in my early edition of breaking down the game, I hope they lose. I hope they go 0-1. And we can start fresh in the 2022 season with Najee running the football, getting touchdowns, Claypool, Deontay really helping out, and our defense. And TJ Watt can go out there along with Highsmith, can start to harass Joey Bungle and Miles Jack. Thanks, guys, for listening to me rant about the Bengals. I just wanted to get that off my chest, man. I'm telling you, actually, having them week 1 is probably the best. Is to go in their house, show them who's boss, come out with a victory, be 1-0. We'll see what happens over the next few weeks, and training camp, mini camp, and man, it's coming close, guys. Only about 4 months away. 4 months away until Christmas, right? NFL Christmas. Thanks, guys, for checking out the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate, and I'll see you later.